Sagittarius 28, an old bridge over a beautiful stream. The image of the bridge is probably crumbling and in disrepair, and there's weeds and moss and maybe some wildflowers growing all over it. And it's not easy to tell where nature ends and the bridge begins. That's the image that is in my mind here. So we're discussing the interface between that which we make ourselves, man-made things, on the one hand, and nature on the other. Nothing that a person can make will last very long. Even pyramids and sphinxes, they finally crumble to dust. But nature continues indefinitely. So we're not talking about a battle here. We're talking about a way in which we can somehow try to make what we need, useful things like that, try and make them beautiful. That's the issue here. This is the secret of architecture. The architect is trained in finding an elegant balance between function and form, what works and what looks nice. And there's a limited budget, so you can't make everything really, really beautiful. And yet, you can't make everything totally functional just because you're a bit hard up for cash. If you do, then you'll see what took place in the Soviet Union. The architecture there is pretty much entirely functional. There's no beauty in the architecture in most of Russia. I mean, there are some exceptions, like their subway system, for example, possibly the most beautiful in the world. And the old winter palaces and the palace in Petersburg. There was a time when, well, that was Russia, not Soviet Union. But the workaday building of office blocks and residential towers and so on, this is not okay if it's not beautiful, because it makes a difference to how the people are. If you actually put into your life only that which is efficient and you forget about making it beautiful, it is dispiriting. It robs you of something that's important. So we're reminded that we should, in all things, try to reconcile the paradox between form and function. In other words, invest a little bit of money in making something a bit pretty. Spend your time beautifying the garden and in your house just for its own sake, not to make it work better. This is the teaching, and it's perhaps intuitively obvious to a lot of people that why wouldn't you do that? But a lot of people don't. They concentrate on efficiency rather than beauty. And yet beauty has its own efficiency. It softens things, it overcomes problems, it motivates people, it eases us from the burden of life. You know, we would get depressed if there was not beauty in our lives. So I think it's a very simple teaching here. Just remember that. Remember to be elegant in what you do if you can. And also to try to find a way to have nature present in your life, to have green and flowers and beauty of that very simple kind, the natural kind. Have this as a fundamental part of what works in your life. And it's important. Another image which is indicated here is the ability of nature to integrate. Nature has taken this old bridge and made it part of itself. It's enhanced its own beauty by accommodating something of a different element to it. Now, if we do this, if we accommodate other people with other ideas, and we just listen and try not to be judgmental, but to try and embrace everything that we come across in our own nature, then life becomes much more elegant, much more beautiful in it of itself. This is the principle of Jupiter in astrology, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So it's a Sagittarius mystery, this ability that one tries to express of accommodation and integration. And integration is not just putting up with something, it's actually blending visions together so that the old bridge across the stream would look silly in any other location. It has to be appropriate to where it is. And within our lives, we can accommodate whomever we meet by just adjusting how we are in our lives so that they fit. So we don't try and take the kids to work at our office when we want to spend time with them. That just wouldn't be it, would it? What we do is find a place where both the kids and ourselves can enjoy something together. We might go to a movie, we might go to the park and enjoy playing, but we have to both enjoy it together. The same with everything in your life. If you find a way to marry up your own personal vision with the vision of another person, so that each of you is fulfilling something that they want to fulfill by being together, and neither is having to accommodate the other reluctantly, then you get synergy developing, and something wonderful occurs. You get something which is greater than the sum of the parts, which we have with the image of the bridge over the stream. If you go out to a little village and you see a bridge over a stream, it's just perfection of beauty, isn't it? So we try and do that with our lives.